Yo, what's up, fight fans? AJ here. Y'all know what I do. Talk boxing, everything in boxing, and a lot of the YTBC, the Lions Den boxing community. Shout out to 78 and all the boys out there. Everybody's been talking about this Adrien Broner versus Manny Pacquiao fight. And as y'all could tell, I'm not a Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm not the biggest Manny Pacquiao fan. I liked him when I was, coming up. I like to see those fights, back in the day when Manny Pacquiao was on them steroids and shit. He was very entertaining. But right now, man, Manny Pacquiao, I thought he was going to be a retired man. But like I said in previous videos, Bob Arum will not let his prize horse go unridden. And just because Manny Pacquiao was a senator or whatever, governor in the Philippines, that don't mean that boy ain't gonna have to fulfill his obligations and step in the ring and handle business. And with that being said, Adrien Broner, AB, all about motherfucking bullshit, about billions, whatever AB goes by. AB's in position to get a fight with Manny Pacquiao. And this is some shit that could catapult AB to a different level. And personally, I feel like AB's gonna beat Manny Pacquiao's ass because it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. And Manny Pacquiao, I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao is not a great fighter. The motherfucker did things that AB ain't never gonna do. But at this point in Manny Pacquiao's career, it's fucking clear, man. He's not fighting for no titles. He's taking these prima donna fights. And Adrien Broner versus Manny Pacquiao would just be a bullshit version of a Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. These is all coonish fights to me. Like, these fights don't have any implications. These fights don't mean anything. And being that Manny Pacquiao is marketed as the most prolific welterweight that's still in the game, and yes, he is the most prolific welterweight at 147 pounds that's still in the game, it makes no sense to me, AJ, that Manny Pacquiao is fighting Adrien Broner, a motherfucker that can't even make weight, motherfucker that's probably in a club right now that's not taking this shit serious. Like, when I look at my boxers, when I look at my fighters, when I look at my athletes, I need to see some sort of seriousness in the way they conduct their business. That's why I like the guys that I like. That's why I like the Andre Wards. That's why I like the Gennady Golovkins. And I mean in the work ethic type way. Like, I like the way Gennady works. I like the Canelos because I see these motherfuckers in the gym. I don't see these guys doing anything other than putting in work. And when you're an athlete, when you're a prize fighter, this shit is not no joke. It's not an NBA player. It's not a football player. It's none of that. This is prize fighting. NBA players go on the court, they know they coming home. Football players, they go on the court, they know they're going home. Boxers, they don't know they're going home. And if AB is in this position to fight a Manny Pacquiao, is because Manny Pacquiao is in a position that he can choose what he wants to do, and he know he don't want to fight no more. And who's better to fight than a motherfucker like Adrien Broner, a guy that's not going to take shit serious, a guy that's going to just come in there for a multi-million-dollar payday. And by the way, he's definitely going to make Jay-Z look stupid for that little $40 million offer, because Adrien Broner could bring in, he should get a $40 million check if he fights Manny Pacquiao, because the lead up to that fight is enough to catapult Adrien Broner. That's why I feel like AB would beat Manny Pacquiao's ass, because Manny Pacquiao don't want it no more like AB wanted. AB beating Manny Pacquiao would solidify AB's career for the rest of his career. There wouldn't be no more questions about if AB the 4 titles and none of that shit. I think Adrien Broner would get on his motherfucking Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, HBO 24/7 type of bullshit. None of that about billions episode type of shit. And he will take it seriously for this one fight. But besides that, he'll be back to his bullshit. And that's why I question the state of boxing that we're in right now. Because none of these guys want to fight anybody. And I can see it in their mannerisms. I come from the streets. I know when people want altercations. I know when people want beef. I know when motherfuckers want to see other motherfuckers. We know it. I don't know if my audience is from where I'm from, but I know when some shit's about to go down. And just by the way, Keith Thurman said, oh, I want to fight a Sean Porter in a rematch. Yeah, I give him a rematch. I could tell Keith Thurman don't want no rematch. I could tell Kell Brook don't want no competition with Keith Thurman, or he wants to fight Errol Spence. He's fighting Jesse Vargas, which I feel like Jesse Vargas could definitely shock the world and beat a Kell Brook. But that's for another day and another video. But these welterweights right now don't want to fight anybody. They don't want to take chances. They rather beat up on Robert Guerrero and the Chris Algieri's of the world besides fight the guys that they need to fight. You got titleists out there that don't want to fight for titles. And when you understand what I'm saying, you have titleists out there that don't want to fight for titles. These motherfuckers are happy with their achievements. And nobody wants to be a true champion. And I know I sound like blood boxing here, but these motherfuckers is all bitches. And I've met these people, and I know these guys are tough guys. They put in the work. But at the end of the day, we're all civilians. I'm a civilian. These motherfuckers are prize fighters. These motherfuckers fight for a prize. And what is the biggest prize in your sport besides gaining all of the titles? Besides having IBF, WBC, WBO, WBA attached to your name. This is what fighters have done it for. This is what your predecessors have come here to do. Gain titles and let their legacies live forever. And looking at the landscape of boxing right now, none of these guys in the prize division in boxing want to fight each other. And it's a damn shame. And Manny Pacquiao fighting Adrien Broner is just the biggest example of boxing being lackluster and why boxing has faded from prominence. And I watch boxing, but a lot of motherfuckers don't. This is a niche. It's a niche sport, niche community, 1 million out of 1 billion type shit. And coming from where a lot of the OGs come from, boxing was the sport. Boxing is a worldwide sport. It shouldn't be a niche. Every fucking country in the world has a boxing team. Every country in the world don't got a fucking basketball team. Every country in the world don't got a football team. Every country in the world don't got a hockey team. But these sports gain more motherfucking income, have more notoriety than boxing. And it's because there is no organized system in boxing. And right now, Manny Pacquiao, if he does take this fight, instead of fighting one of the guys that are in position to have belts, it's just going to show that the game is fucked up. But as boxing fans, we already know the game is fucked. And I blame a lot of motherfuckers for leaving the game that way. Because ain't nobody complaining. Motherfuckers just watching fights, buying pay-per-views, fucking they bitch after the pay-per-views, and nobody saying shit, getting on YouTube, watching the YouTube videos, and not saying shit. But it has to be said. We need the fights that we need as the people. We need to know who the champion is. We need to know who is the champion at 147 pounds. We need to know who's the champion at 140, 135, 130, 126, and so on and so on. But with that being said, it's AJ Knows Boxing. If Manny Pacquiao steps in the ring with Adrien Broner, I hope he gets his ass beat and goes off to retirement where he should be. And I'm out. 1.